Hello guys, welcome to Tali's kitchen, and today we're going to make this absolutely delicious chicken biryani. This is the Swahili version of biryani, so I hope you like it and I hope you will try it out. So let's get straight into it. So here we're going to marinate our chicken with 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of red chili powder. So just pour that in there onto your chicken. This is one chicken. I used one chicken which is already cleaned, and I just went ahead and removed the skin from this. So just go in with your hands in there, mix it all up, and have all the ingredients we've put in incorporated into all the pieces. And then we're going to have this marinate for 2 hours, and then we'll get back to it. Next up, we're going to fry our potatoes. So these are just Irish potatoes which I colored with orange food color. So just fry them over medium heat in hot oil, and then we'll set those aside to use later in our stew. Once we're done, we're going to go ahead and fry our onions. So these are just thinly diced onions, which we're also going to use in our stew and also in our rice. So just fry that until golden brown. One tip for onions, remove them a shade lighter than what you want them. On a hot skillet, we're going to grill our chicken, our marinated chicken. I love to grill my chicken, but you don't have to grill yours if you don't want to. I just like it to have a nice, beautiful, crusty coating before I put it in my stew, but feel free to skip this part if you don't want to. So our chicken is cooking, and you can see how beautiful it looks. I love my chicken like this. So this is now ready, and we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to start making our biryani stew. So in a pan of a medium heat, add in your oil and then go in with 1.5 tablespoons of garlic, freshly grounded garlic. Next up, we're going to add our ginger. For this recipe, I went in with 1 tablespoon of ginger, and then just go ahead and mix that up. You want to now add in your crushed tomatoes. Remember, biryani takes in a lot of tomatoes. So for this particular recipe, I went in with 5 large tomatoes. So go in with as much as you feel is necessary at this point. Add in your tomato paste. I went in with 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then again, do what feels right for you. This is what felt right for me, and this is what this recipe required today. So you want to mix that up, and then we'll go in with our spices. So here we have half a teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of crushed cumin, and half a teaspoon of cardamon powder. So just pour that in. Then we'll go in with 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, another teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and that's it. So for the spices, do use according to your liking or how much spice you'd want to fill in your food. So just mix that up. Next up, you'll go in with your yogurt, plain yogurt. For this one, I used about 1.5 cups of yogurt. So just add that in and then incorporate that with your mwiko until it's all mixed up in there before we can add in our chicken. So go in with that beautifully grilled chicken, or if you didn't grill your chicken, you can add your raw chicken at this point and then add salt to taste. So we're going to let this simmer and cook on low heat until it's ready for us to garnish. So this has been cooking for about 20 minutes and it's almost ready. You know it's ready when you see the oil separating from the stew itself. It's looking really good. So next up, we're going to add those potatoes that we fried earlier. Just add those in there. And then we're also going to add the caramelized onions that we did a while back. So you'd want to leave a few onions aside. We're going to add those to our rice, but most of the onions are going to be incorporated here. So just add those in, and then we'll incorporate this, mix it all up, and then have it cook for about 5 minutes before we can actually garnish. Next up, we're going to go in with our chopped coriander for garnishing, and then we're going to let this cook for just 2 minutes, and then we'll set it aside as we work on our rice. So if you look at that, this is now ready. It's looking absolutely delicious. Look at that. I cannot wait to dig in. It's looking absolutely yummy. So to prepare your rice, bring your water to a boil. I added a few cinnamon sticks, some cardamom pods, and some cloves. Add in your rice, of course, salt to taste. I love raisins, so I went in with a few raisins here, but you can leave that out if you don't want to. Once your rice is ready, go in with your food color. To get the different shades, just dilute the food color with different amounts of water. I also went in with some ghee. I love the taste of ghee, but you can use normal oil if you want to. And then we're going to use those remaining caramelized onions on top here before we let this cook to completion. So just add that on top and then cover that up and let it cook until it's ready. So our rice is now ready. I'm going to use a fork to fluff it up. It looks absolutely amazing. I serve this up on a sinia Swahili style. Just drop in a few raisins in there if you want to. Have some kachumbari on the side. I also added an egg. I drop in some coriander for garnishing and some chili on the side. And enjoy this absolutely amazing meal. I can't wait to dig in. Do try this recipe at home. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you tweaked it. I'm just gonna enjoy my first bite here. It's a must try, guys. It's a must try. Thank you guys for watching. Follow, like, and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube. See you next time.